In this video, I will take on the challenge of getting the newest reward tank, the BlackRock.
I am doing the last mission of the Vanguard series. I'm not having fun.
This was a very hard journey full of incredibly difficult missions that made me question my sanity as I was losing my hair from game to game. Welcome to the greatest BlackRock mission video on YouTube.
What? This could be a very nice battle.
We are playing on Malinovka, and I quickly make my way to the most important position on the map, the windmill. But before that, our lighting actually does a great job at spotting the enemies, and we have lots of targets to shoot at from the hill. Unfortunately, I took way too long shooting these guys, and the enemy managed to secure the windmill.
Oh, what the...
But in a moment where they were not peeking, I made my way up there. The hacker has an insanely good set of attributes. It's got good all-around armor, including a bouncy turret that has no cupola, as well as really good space side armor, which allows you to side scrape, along with an insanely good gun, supplemented with its aimbot ability and high DPM. Thanks to the random events on this map, the plane crashed the windmill, and I could actually make up further because there was cover and I could go fully halden and farm my enemies. And now our only task was to clear up the remainder of the enemies, but it was Malinovka and they can easily hide in the forest, so it was not going to be an easy ride.
Wait, what? Where is that guy?
This was a good game, but it was not good enough, as I only dealt 8.1 thousand damage.
Wow. 8k. 3 more shots could have done it.
Now let's see if we can do it in the next one. But before I show you how this epic battle ends, Raid Shadow Legends is a fantasy-themed, turn-based RPG where players collect and upgrade champions to battle through campaign missions, dungeons and PvP arenas. You can support me by trying it out, as it's pretty fun and completely free. By downloading it using my special link, you immediately get over $200 worth of rewards. In Raid, you can collect different heroes with unique abilities, you can equip them with items and fight through epic battles. And now Raid also has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we all love from our childhood, and they're now playable. So click on the link in the description box, sign up for a new account by following the steps, and then give Raid a try. I'll see you on the battlefield. We are playing on Lakeville, and this map is actually insanely good for this tank, as it has a very snappy gun with good turret armor. And knowing well what this combination means, I quickly made my way to this position and started dancing with the enemy. As the other T-803 died and this guy was left alone, it was time for us to push in deeper aggressively and close in on the enemy's base. They got extremely surprised because they literally just only left the base now, and we were already swarming all their defensive positions, and we caught them fully in the open with their pants down, and all I had to do was just keep hitting my shots.
I had the mode activated. What? That is low-key insane. Please burn, please burn, please burn.
In a moment we pushed them far back enough so I could actually make my way towards this position and continue the farm from a different angle. But as the enemy numbers were dropping quite fast, I knew I had to be very aggressive to close in on that 9,000 damage.
Yes! 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 9.5k. Oh my god.
Welcome to Vanguard 15, one of the most annoying missions where you need to block, deal and take 16,000 combined damage. However, there was no question which time to take. The Taschen Ratta is incredibly good for this, but unfortunately we got a really bad map for it this time. But can we actually make it work before I lose my sanity? Let's see.
Ow. I am doing the last mission of the Vanguard series. I'm not having fun. Look at that. IS-7 doesn't care. Look at that. Hit me 3 times there. What the hell? That is insane. Where's my team? Really, guys? He broke my turret, of course. I will die now. One more! Yes! We got it! We have it! We got it! We got it! Oh my god, dude.
This mission almost broke me as I was doing it for 2 days straight with no luck.
Let me guess, the F is gonna block my view. Of course he does.
You basically have to do 1,500 damage to 3 enemies and kill them.
Where did that go?
Which sounds easier said than done, and needless to say, I was suffering.
Guys, did you see a singular high roll in the last 5 battles? Spotted.
To explain it even better, even if I do 1600 damage to a tank but I don't get the kill, it will not count. So my blood pressure was rising at this point, but we had to continue.
That should have been 2 kills already.
Exactly.
Now look at this guy though. I can't. This mission is gonna destroy my brain. Can you spot the kajzoo? Oh, thanks. I have the Vanguard missions finished already. 1. I have to kill the Char, mate. Then it will count. Can you spot the Char? 5 seconds. Or I go for the BATCHAT.
Oh, she's saving the BATCHAT! You utter pillock! You utter I was grinding this mission for ages until this battle came, but it didn't exactly start very well either.
No kill, doesn't matter.
I hit the Leo, but I didn't get the kill, so unless I can pick him up later, it will not count. It was time to start playing more aggressively in the city, and it was great because they had lots of tanks there.
2.
Yes! Finally!
Sedge. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe it, bro.
In this battle, for the next mission, we had to do Ambush 13, which meant 9,500 combined damage. Now the best tank for this is the BATCHAT 25T. If you pick a spotting setup with CVS, optics and exhaust, you can play it like a scout, but also have a deadly gun at your disposal and have 2,000 damage worth of clip ready to be put into the enemy. So we actually start out on this side, I go into the small bush here, but then, because my team did not show up, I actually had to run away and instead snipe these guys. Now, ever since they buffed the BATCHAT, the gun handling and the accuracy are actually quite nice, and you can get away with not using any kind of equipment that directly buffs the gun itself. And look at this, what a beautiful starting clip.
At least I can do that. Okay. I need to get a better angle, like. Better than nothing. Alright, the play is now. I YOLO the guy in the mid, I survive, and then I go up here, and I'm gonna spot all the guys on the hill. But I have to be very careful in this position, because we still did not control the enemy's base, and from there, they could have sniped me. Nice, dude. Vamos. Oh, is he blinding me? Did the BATCHAT just randomly blind there?
No, he wasn't blinding, I just did not notice that they had a T100 LT still in the middle. He was actually spotting me, so I went in to go for him and pick up the kill. I had 2 in the chamber, but I decided to go for the reload because we still had enough time before our team went in. And I wanted to put in 5 more into the enemy team so I can get the mission done. My platoon mate actually went in to take the damage from the BZ, so I could finally go in and empty my full clip into his lower plate.
Thanks, man. Oh my god, stepsister, gold.
Ambush 13 finished.
Bam! 11k combined.
In this battle we had to do assist in the 13, which was to get an ace tanker, and the easiest lighting to do is in the Link 6x6, because if you check on tomato.gg, this tank does not require that much XP to get the ace tanker, so I definitely recommend you do it in this one. And now watch this match as I try to play as aggressive as possible, clearing out the 1-2 line almost instantly.
What did the RT?
For some reason the enemy did not have many tanks on this side, so I proceed in very fast.
Nice, agent. I'm gonna keep going. Nobody up here. That's quite weird.
If you're looking to get an ace tanker for light tanks, the 2 most important advices I can give you to get as much XP as possible is 1. Get as many kills as you can, and 2. Do as much damage as you possibly can.
I mean, this will not be an ace.
Unfortunately, the enemy team was playing some kind of weird tactics and they all positioned themselves on the right hand side of the map, which meant that we could not get as much spotting damage as I wanted, but there was still a little bit of hope as I pushed in deeply behind the enemy lines.
What the Lorraine, man. Lorraine there. What the hell, dude? Could this be an ace? 5.3k damage, 3 kills. First class. Wow.
This battle is going to be absolutely crazy as we were left in a 3v5 situation and the enemy was capping the base. Am I gonna be able to reset it? We start off on the northern side of Ensk region and I quickly head over to the forest to do my spotting duties, and we already meet the first enemy, the even 90.
Hello?
This guy had some really bad camo value as we actually managed to pick him up really fast.
Nice. How did I outspot an even 90 in the links? It's beyond me, but I will take it though. The links left, guys. Now it's just this guy here.
But the enemy still had 2 light tanks left, so I still had to play careful. Normally I would not necessarily shoot here, but since I knew that the enemy lights are not spotting me, I did it anyway, and it's very important to pick up damage in order to get that ace tanker.
Nice.
As the T-44 is finally picked up, the Windhund was left completely alone on this side, so I actually went in for the finishing blow.
Scorpion. Is this winnable? If I spot it, probably is, no? You guys just hide, man, eh?
This battle was going to be a hard one if you wanted to win it.
Contradictious. Oh, but they're gonna cap, huh? That's a problem. They don't actually have any HP. That's bad. Nice. You have to kill the contradictions guy somehow.
So I went to sneak around the forest to pick him up.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, that's bad. I have to go behind them now. This is the guy in the cap.
We picked up the guy on the cap, but instead to deal with the VK and the XM.
Nice, dude. GG. Pen roll. Hey! Then an ace? Yay! There we go, eh?
Now, our mission this game was to do 3000 damage in a light tank. Now this might not seem like a hard mission to do, but I wanted to show you this game anyway, because it was absolutely amazing, and it really does showcase how good the AMX 3105 in World of Tanks is.
2 shots.
So instead of spotting and going for the bush, I actually go up here and find some targets already to shoot at.
He has no support. Oof. Bye.
The AMX 3105 is literally a pocket BATCHAT, and by using CVS and optics, you can now spot opponents through bush lines and trees, and then surprise them with your almost 1.2 thousand damage salvo.
Please. Thanks.
As we cleared out this side, it was time to go deeper and actually locate all those camping TDs, and while I only had to do one more shot for that mission, there was still so much HP left in the enemy team.
GG.
I was wondering the whole game where the Borking Kefir was, but look who I found hiding behind this little rock. As we picked up literally every tank remaining in their base, it was time to go in for the big boys and deliver a couple of beautiful shots into this FVTD.
Would be funny to do 7k damage here. Get the small guns. No, Marcin, don't die, bro.
Mission completed, and we did 6.6 thousand damage in this light tank. Not bad, but now let's hop into the next game, which is going to be equally awesome. Now this next mission may seem easy, do 4.5 thousand spotting damage, but we are playing on Ruinberg, which is a terrible map for lights, and in the beginning I wanted to give the enemy light tank a little bit of time to take the middle bush, without scaring him off, and then go in later and spot him.
The strat is to just sit here. 1, 2.
Damn, boy! It actually worked.
Ready for the next one? PvP. Ow. Nice, guys. Nice. Let's go. But now these guys are getting proxied, man. Where's the gorilla dude? Wow. RT. Come on, guys. Only a small bit more. Mission done. Bog.
As the enemy was forced to leave their camping positions on the A line, I went back towards the middle to spot them leaving. But then I realized that the enemy was approaching our base very fast and I had to go back to prevent our base from getting captured.
Hello. Put some distance between him and I.
Since our team came back to defend the base, it was very hard for them to take control of it, because it's practically in the open, and I could spot all of them if they tried to approach it.
No.
Now this was something that I have never seen before.
Wait, the MBTB is inside there.
As the enemies pushing into our base was prevented, it was time to go back towards their base and dig them out from their camping positions.
Wow, they're all sitting there. TVPY, dude. Oh god, why? Nice. Nice, dude.
The E100 got spotted in the middle, so I made my way back towards there. And with 2 light tanks on the open field, it was an easy cleanup, as I found the ASXX as well at the red line and I managed to pick him up.
GG.
Welcome to Assistance 7, which means that you have to spot 4 tanks that your allies kill. Now this mission gets bugged a lot of times, so the way you have to do it is that you have to make sure that you're the only one spotting the enemy until they get destroyed. Now this map is pretty bad for this mission. Lakeville is a corridor map, but you can go to this bush, which is actually very safe, and use the Borkenkäfer's ability to light up the enemy tanks, putting a marker on them.
For so long.
Now the reason I'm shooting them is that I have to make sure that they actually go and get destroyed as fast as possible, because as you can see, not a lot of my allies are actually shooting here. It seemed to me that the enemy team was playing on the 1-2 line only, so I went in deeper to look for some more opponents.
Where's the enemy team, dude? Hi. Okay, so I found them.
I also forgot to mention that you can actually do this mission by tracking people as well. So if you track an enemy and he gets destroyed by your ally, it will still count for the mission.
Kill him. Tracked. No. I didn't get the spotting damage for that.
Now this game happened after multiple failed tries of this mission, so I was getting quite annoyed with it.
What a game, man.
But there was still a little bit of hope left.
Wait, 3? I need one more. I need to track one guy and then I have it.
Since all of my allies were close to me, my only hope was to go and track the enemies as they get destroyed. And I recommend you play light tanks which have good guns for this, such as the RHM Panzerwagen or the Borkenkäfer.
I need to track a guy and get to kill him. Come on, nope. I gotta trade the Hirsch.
Yes! We got it!
Hey!
We got it! On Lakeville! Out of all maps! That is incredible. Now this next mission is also quite a hard one. You have to block and do 6,500 damage, and the best tank for this is this brain dead XM57.
Well, they have lots of HP. I'm gonna go to the corner and start trading and blocking damage.
And actually we got a really lucky matchup here, where we can use the turret to do some small peeks above this rubble and wreak havoc on our enemies. You can see that throughout this battle, I am taking my time to aim every single shot. You really have to make them count, and if you have not seen my video yet about the 10 secret trips in World of Tanks, definitely give it a watch.
Oh, look at the map, guys.
What? That should never bounce.
250mm turret.
As the enemy did not have an idea how to deal with me as a threat, I kept picking up the damage and also a little bit of blocking damage until this guy arrived. Judging by his movement, I knew that the M48 was not a good player and actually left him alive to form some extra blocking damage. You can do this as well when you see that the enemy is not so good and he will struggle to pen your tank. This way you can stack up some more blocking damage and get your mission done faster.
Wait, this guy's a paid actor. Let him be a paid actor. Shoot me. Shoot me, homie. No, don't shoot him.
Unfortunately, my plan did not really work out and I got destroyed quite fast.
I have to kill this IS. Yes! That will be very painful. Nice. GG.
And now guys, we have arrived at the final mission. Get 9000 combined damage in a light tank. I chose the Borken Kefir for this because it is the highest tier light tank and with its unique set of abilities, it's both good for spotting and doing damage. We are playing on Sand River and I start out the game by pushing to the K line.
That is a... Oh! He has an extinguisher on that tank. Hello.
This tank's gun is insanely snappy and I also had 2 Hirsch Kefirs in a platoon supporting my endeavors.
Hirsch. Nice, dude. Nice. Wow, he got one shot by RT. I don't think he's happy right now, chat. Wow. That shot, dude. Cool. The grill has free real estate.
I did not believe my eyes, but my teammates were actually shooting what I was spotting, and this time we're getting really close to getting the Blackrock missions done.
Hey, boys, that's it. We're done. We're done, eh?
Easy black I mean black chicken, right?
And then AI upscaled. Yeah, it looks like that from me, yeah. I mean, it looks cool though.